Well, if you look back at that, like to talk even more about what happens during stress, that limbic brain, there's something called the amygdala, and that's your emotional control center. And so under stress, like our body, there's these signals, and it can be thoughts, it can be some stress that's going on around us, but it can also be an emotion or a thought or a smell or whatever it is. It's a signal that gets dumped right from our amygdala, that emotional control center, and then it sends out these signals to like our adrenal glands, for instance. Those adrenal glands then dump out cortisol. Cortisol is that stress, hormone
You've
that
immediately
throws
moved
us,
into the primitive brain, right?
and it throws you into that fight or flight. Yep. And then from there, I mean, it's so interesting. Cortisol has so many effects. Cortisol can wreak havoc on our blood sugar, on our insulin, makes us store belly fat. It messes up our hormones. It can actually lower testosterone in men. It can make us accumulate bad estrogens in women. So it's that chronic stress too. Like there's the acute stress, and then there are these chronic stress responses. So our body kind of is constantly in this
What was that statistic,
state.
Amy? When you get into a full sympathetic response and all the chemicals get dumped, the IQ drops in half.
Half, yeah.
And depending on how extreme it is, if it's a full on, it's up to 4 hours. You're there for 4 hours. And then slowly, as the chemicals get, I guess, integrated back into the body and removed out of the bloodstream, that maybe we get our IQ back.
Thanks for tuning in to our OPT2LIV podcast today. If you would like to learn more information about us, check us out at OPT2LIV.com.